got to stand up strong, take the truth about themselves to understand what went wrong. I know we can find a way. I know we can find a way. I know we can find a way to stand up, stand up, stand up, and throughout the world today.
Uniting the races with truth instead of dividing them with lies. We're also rebuilding the family by rebuilding the man. Good morning. Hi, y'all. I am Jesse Lee Peterson. Welcome to the show. Welcome, welcome, welcome. It is Wednesday. And the third hour of every Wednesday show is Manhood Hour. Rebuilding the family by rebuilding the man. You can get involved by calling 888-7753-773. 888-77-JESSE. Jesse. Jesse. My biblical question for this week, and it is a doozy. It really is. Do you have confidence? Do you have confidence? Isn't that an amazing question? Do you have confidence? We have every way that you can watch and support the show listed on jesseleepeterson.com/show, jesseleepeterson.com/show. And if you're busy, we're here Monday through Friday from 6 a.m. to 9 a.m. Pacific time. Heard around the world by everybody and their mama. And if you're black, everybody and they mama. But if you're white, everybody and their mama or mother. If you're busy, you can still be busy doing what you're doing. You can podcast later, but you could be listening to the show live by calling the listen line on TalkStream Live at 641-793-1500. 641-793-1500. And we have every way that you can watch and support the show listed on jesseleepeterson.com/show. jesseleepeterson.com/show. And don't forget to, on the social media thing, follow, ring the bell, like, telephone, telegraph, tell a woman. Follow us on rumble.com/jesseleepeterson. cozy.tv/JLP. All right. So to donate and have your comments read out loud, go to buymeacoffee.com/jesseleepeterson. buymeacoffee.com/JLP talk. buymeacoffee.com/JLP talk and rebuildingtheman.com or bond on JLP Cash App. Bond on JLP Cash App. So I'm going to get to all of your calls at 888-775-3773. There are a couple lines open right now if you want to jump in there. But I want to finish off with the super chats that we started on yesterday but didn't finish. Super chat.
Super chat.
Super chats.
Soul Conscious bought you 5 coffees on buymeacoffee.com/JLP Talk. Jesse,
My answer to the biblical question.
Do you have confidence?
No, I do not have confidence. Made up word because no one has to feel confidence.
Amazing. I'll put my little 2 cents in on Sunday. Thank you so much. Amazing.
And Zorak90 also bought a coffee, and he's the one who said yesterday all this explanation about confidence. And so he says in his answer to the biblical question, I do have confidence because I have no fear. Sorry, I forgot to answer. Laughing face, grinning emoji.
Amazing. Thank you. I appreciate it. Amazing. That's clear now. Nice.
WD41 donated a couple of diamonds yesterday. Thank you. No messages.
Thank you.
Danny Moore bought our coffee. Hello, Jesse and the lads. Jesse, I can see how we do not have a free will, but who chose for me to want to overcome if I don't have a free will. And if it was God who willed me to overcome, why doesn't he do that with everyone? Thank you all very much. Strong arm emoji for the lads. And can I get a big beta from Jesse?
So repeat the question first.
Who chose for me to want to overcome if I don't have a free will? And if it was God who willed me to overcome, why doesn't he do that with everyone?
If it was God will for him to want to overcome?
Yeah.
Or him or her?
Danny.
If it was God will for him to... I don't understand that question.
He said, I can see how we do not have a free will.
Right.
But who chose for me to want to overcome if I don't have a free will?
You did. Because if you are wanting to overcome, it means that you realized you were sick of the hell that you were living in. And being sick of the hell that you were living in caused you to want to overcome. Because God is not going to force anyone at all, not one iota, to want to overcome. He's not going to make you want to. He's not going to cause you to want to. He'll just let you live in your hell. And once you're sick of your hell, you cry out to him. It's like you're a kid and you're hungry, right? And you start crying for some food, and your mama or your daddy give you some food. It's like that, in a physical sense. So don't be a beta. You don't have a free will. The one thing for sure, and without a doubt, you do not have a free will. Good point, though. Thank you. Beta! He said.
I heard Joel in that drop.
I know. Was Joel laughing through the room?
No, that was in the recording of the drop.
Was?
Yeah.
He black.
That's the clearest I've ever heard that drop.
He black.
That's funny.
But thank you.
All right. Okay, moving on. Amazing Asia bought a coffee. How come Mondays are called Female Mondays instead of Woman Monday? Why does it bother you to call women women? But it's so easy for you to refer to males as men. Will you be talking to / about female fish, birds, and cats too? Yes, I'm a female, but I am a human, so I am a woman. Can you please help me understand your logic behind this language?
So she's a woman. She want to hear. She want me to hear her roll.
No. She wants to hear you call.
What's the difference between a female and a woman? Most females are not women.
Ooh. Explain.
When the only way that a female can become a woman is that she must be born again, and then she will develop into a female.
Into a woman?
I mean, into a woman. A female is her lower nature, right? The animal-like nature.
Yeah.
And just like with males, to be a male is your animal-like nature. But once you are born again, return to the Father, he will develop you into manhood, into a man.
Ah, nice. Did Female Mondays come from you or your producer?
I forgot.
I think
I came up with the idea.
Oh, okay.
Or he may have, but I think I did, and he built on it.
Okay.
Did you come up with this idea, Nick? I mean, Sean, or I did? Oh, it came from Jesse, and he approved it
Okay.
because he's the boss.
So he's the one who said female. You're the one who said female.
Yeah, female Monday.
Wow. But you don't tend to refer to women as females.
Why
You call
not?
them women.
Who?
You.
Who?
You.
Who?
Jesse Lee Peterson. I'm glad we're amusing somebody. Hassan's laughing in the background. So it's making us laugh. Nice.
Oh, Sean said, Jesse said to do a day for women. And I said female Monday.
So the word female came from Sean, Amazing Asia. Go confront Sean.
Yeah, he white. Don't be jumping on me. I'm black. Get the white man.
I personally believe, and I could be wrong, but I believe that Amazing Asia may have this hang-up where black men, a lot of black men refer to women as females. Because they agree with you that they're not women.
Right. It's hard to find a woman.
But I rarely hear you refer to them as females, though.
Right.
You don't say females, females, females.
I do.
You're not
not
one of those guys who throws that around maliciously.
Right.
And so I
know.
think she's traumatized by these black men calling women females, calling females females. And so she's jumping in that.
Is she black?
Yeah, I think so.
What's her name?
Amazing Asia.
Oh. So I like the title Female Monday, though.
Yeah, I do too.
Because I noticed once we start saying this, Female Monday, I realized we don't hear the word female anymore like we used to.
Right.
And the word female was more prevalent than woman.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a way for women to pretend that they're women and not females.
Right. Whereas men kind of know that they're not men.
Right.
And so
the women
manhood
are
hour is calling them to be what they're not yet.
Interesting, though. But I had not put this much thought into it.
Yeah, me neither.
I didn't realize.
Yeah, she went deep into it.
Yeah, but I appreciate that too.
Yeah.
So that means that for you, it hit home. Something hit home inside of you. Amazing female.
Asia.
Amazing Asia. What?
You call her amazing female, and she bristles at the word female, apparently, maybe.
But that means if you are having issue with it within yourself, that means it's something that's inside of you, has nothing to do with me, what word I use or don't use, it's in you, and you need to see it. That's all you need to do is recognize, don't deny it within yourself, but to see it so that you can overcome it. One thing I know for sure, and without a doubt now that I didn't know before, whatever happens on the outside of you, whatever other people are doing or saying or the way they're acting or whatever, it should not affect you at all. Zero effect. And if you are affected, see it, don't deny it, see it, and you will overcome it. You know, I heard Joel Friday, on his show yesterday, he was talking about the inner nature and seeing things and blah, 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 right? And he was right. You got to see it. And that's all you need to do. Oh, he was saying don't put your business out in the street because the women have taught people that you're supposed to go out in the world and tell all your business, right? And somehow or another that's going to help you, and it doesn't. But you're supposed to be honest with you in yourself that you see hell in you. And it's up to you if you want to talk to someone about it, but as long as you don't deny what's happening inside of you, you will be made free from it. But the world told you you're supposed to put it out there. They lied to you. And now you just got a bunch of mess going on, right? But so see it within yourself, and then you will overcome it. So Female Monday,
Amazing Asia?
Amazing Asia, if that struck a nerve, quote unquote. Be glad to see the nerve that was struck by it and the thoughts that came from it, and watch it and overcome it. Then you will become a woman if you start watching things that are holding you back. Very interesting, though. Thank you.
Indeed.
I appreciate it.
Shout out to Coffee Talk with Sandra, an adult something, Evgeny Crosby, Zealous Hermit, Edward Pale, Taking Care of Business, and the rest of the supporters over on D-Live, the redheaded stepchildren, I call them, from yesterday. Those were the top contributors.
Thank you.
And that's that for yesterday's Super Chats. There's a few more that came in early this morning.
Okay.
Rich from Virginia bought 5 coffees. Can a man who is reborn of the father 5 years after becoming married a father himself lead his wife away from her God and return to the true father? Return her to the true father? If so, how?
Can a man who's been married for 5 years, right?
He's been reborn of the father for 5 years after becoming a married father himself. So he's been married father longer than 5 years. Right. Can you lead his wife away from her God and return her to the true father? She has not forgiven her mother. She says she has forgiven her father.
Well, no, you cannot lead. You can't make her go to the father. You can't lead her out of her hell unless she want to come out of it. Unless she want to come out of it. But what you can do is overcome your hell right there with her, and you'll be in paradise on earth, and she would be living in hell on earth, and you wouldn't be bothered by it. You would be not, really, I'm telling you, you would not be moved by it at all, and you would be there for your children in order to protect them from the hell in her, in the mother. And so you can't make her do it. If she want to do it, then you'll be the example, bring her out. But no one, husband or wife, can bring the other one out of hell unless they want to come out of it. God doesn't even force you out of hell. And God has the power to just bring you out of it. But he'll leave you in it and be just fine. And that's the way you should be with your wife. Point the way, tell her about it, but you can't make her do it. Interesting. I wish you well.
Thank you, Rich from Virginia. Epic Techanic bought 5 coffees. Jesse, I am happy to hear that you have dedicated Mondays to women, but I'm disappointed with Hake. Female Monday? Double question mark. What about matriarch Mondays for those women that believe they are the head of the house? Perhaps Maiden Mondays, Madness Mondays, or Macho Mondays for the lesbians? Thanks for all you do, Jesse and team.
You're welcome. Thank you. What does that mean? He mad at you about what?
I think he thinks that I came up with Female Monday. I wish that I had. I think it's brilliant.
It is. Sean came up with the female thing. He worked it out.
Yeah.
Jesse came up with the idea for something on Monday for women. Let's see. It came from Jesse, and I approved it. Jesse said to do a day for women. I said Female Monday.
Yeah.
That's from Sean, my producer. He white.
Everybody wants alliteration or something catchy or that rhymes or whatever. But everything doesn't have to be that. That's the brilliance of it.
I know. What's up?
I like that people are trying to get creative.
I'm surprised to hear some commotion about Female Monday. I didn't think that would happen.
Right.
I didn't think of it that way at all. But now that it is happening, I'm reflecting, and I don't know when the last time I heard the word female.
Some of the ladies are, one of the ladies on X, Twitter, thanked you for Female Mondays.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Right on.
Some of them really appreciate it.
Nice. Because there are women out there, females, who are overcoming female, becoming a woman. And so they understand. They do understand, believe me. So thank you. Oh, amazing.
Josh from Georgia bought a coffee. Biblical question answer.
Josh from Georgia. He normally calls in, right?
Yeah, he does.
Do you have confidence? Do you have confidence?
No, I don't have confidence. In the same way that I don't have love. It seems like confidence, love, patience, courage, grace, discernment, and faith are all synonyms for, quote, the energy that comes from God, unquote, or simply God, quote unquote. And the devil has us using all these different words to confuse us and make us more intellectual.
Josh wrote all that?
That's right.
Wow. Is he black?
He is black.
How was he able to write all that?
Because he's a trucker. And truckers are smart.
That's right. Thank you, Josh. I'll put my little 2 cents in on Sunday.
And thank you, guys. I do believe that that's all for now.
Oh, amazing. Thank you.
Oh, there are a couple more. Sorry. White Lion NYC bought 11 coffees. Response to J Morales 33. Mensaje recibido. Gracias. Bike emoji. Ferry boat emoji.
What's the mensaje de Rica?
I received the message. Thank you.
Oh, right on.
Passing notes in class with 11 coffees. Thank you. Chris
Thank
Red
you.
bought a coffee. Would Manhood Monday and Female Friday work?
What?
Chris Red bought a coffee. Would Manhood Monday and Female Friday work?
What does that mean?
Sounds like he wants to rearrange our whole schedule, our whole agenda.
No, the way we got it, the way we have it is working. Thank you.
I wonder if he's white. Is that a white thing to try to go in and change things around?
Why would he want to change it like that?
I don't know. And I guess he's just not satisfied with it. It bothers people. But thank you, guys. Now that's all for now.
Amazing. Thank you. Why you're here,
Yes.
do you, the biblical question, since you are one of the experts of the JLP SHOW and the host of the Hake Report at 9 a.m. Monday through Friday, do you have confidence?
No.
What? Why you say no?
Because look at me. I clearly I can't even lie and say I have confidence. I would be like, I have confidence. I think. Right? No, I do not. But I like that song from The Sound of Music. I have confidence that spring will come again.
Oh, that's in the song?
Yeah.
Oh, amazing.
But,
so you say no, you don't have confidence?
Right.
And how do you know you don't have it?
Because I falter and doubt and act slightly insecure at times. Stop looking at me like that. Oh, shoot, I'm on the radio.
All right. Well, thanks for responding. One last question.
All right.
How do you, when you see public display of affection, better known as PDA,
They're not better known, but yes, people use that term.
what do you think or feel when you see that? Do you ever see it?
I sometimes do. Yeah,
Huh?
I sometimes do.
And what goes through your mind when you see it?
Well, occasionally I'm jealous, but usually I'm like, gross, ugh.
And why
Or
are you,
envious is really the right word.
why
not
are you
jealous.
envious when you see it occasionally?
Because I'm like, I want to do that, but usually no. It's kind of vulgar.
Oh, when I see it, I always think right away, beta,
What the?
because I already know it's not really something that the man wants to do,
Yeah.
but that his wife or girlfriend or whomever he's doing it with is making him do it. And you can just see his weakness when he's doing it. He doesn't. He feel embarrassed about it, and she's always looking around to make sure somebody see her getting that kind of attention.
Right.
And he's embarrassed about it.
It's an ego show-off thing.
It is. It's so crazy.
That's so common, huh?
Yeah. If you really pay attention when you see it and just observe it without judging it, meaning don't be jealous or envious of it,
Right.
you will see what's really happening. The man most of the time, maybe there's exception in the rule, but he doesn't want to do it.
Right.
He's only doing it because she's imposing it on him. And then she'll like, oh, kiss it. And then she'll look around to see who.
Interesting.
It's like those girls at the gym that has those basketball butts.
The bot ones?
What's the name of that ball that
the
big old ball?
The bouncy ball, the yoga ball,
Yeah.
the workout
ball. They have
ball.
those yoga butts. And they walk around the gym and they kind of looking around to see if you're looking at them.
Yeah. Huh.
Those are BBLs.
Butts. Black butts.
Exactly.
What BBL?
Well, it's maybe covered on Female Monday.
Oh.
Or on Joel's show.
And those
Right.
he black.
I don't know why I agreed so fast to that.
Those those women who have those butts like that, that's a public display.
Yeah.
Better known as PDA.
Right. The holding hands thing looks
Yeah, it's
awful.
It's horrible.
It looks like she's walking her dog.
Yeah, she is.
Terrible.
Remember that song, Walking the Dog?
No, maybe.
Walking the dog. Ooh.
That didn't help me recognize it, but it sounded cool.
I'm trying to think of some more words to it, but it's called Walking the Dog. Come on, let me show you how to walk the dog. And it's a dance called Walking the Dog. You be dancing and pretending you're walking the dog.
She is or you are?
When you're dancing, everybody's dancing.
Oh, wow. Oh, okay. So it's not necessarily with a partner.
Right.
Yeah, a dance partner.
Right.
Okay.
But public display. Thank you, Hake.
Yeah, thank you.
Oh, let me do this before you go. This is from Medium. Public display of affection, or PDA, is the act of showing physical intimacy with your partner in public. That's from Media. And when I see it, it says instantly that that couple are not getting along.
Oh,
They don't like each other. At home, they catch hell.
yeah.
This is from people.com. Timothy Chalamet and Kylie Jenner were spotted holding hands as they arrived to their seats at Sunday night Golden Globe Award ceremony. The couple shared a kiss at their table, with Jenny playfully running her hand up Chalamet's suit jacket. Watch this from E.T.
Timothy Chalamet stealing a few kisses from his leading lady Kylie Jenner during their Golden Globes date night.
That's just the truth.
The couple was spotted sharing some smooches at the event during some commercial breaks. And check out the actor all smiles while chatting with the reality star. The lovebirds sharing a lot of PDA and giggling together in their seats. At one moment, Kylie was playing with her man's suit jacket while he had his hand on her thigh.
That means that relationship is on its way out.
I think you're right about that.
No, it is. They're trying desperately to hold on, but they're on their way out.
I know that men are not supposed to cringe, but that made me cringe.
His leading lady. What the?
I guess that's why I don't have the biblical question confidence, because I cringed. Ugh, I shuddered. At
When
that.
you see public display, it means it's a bunch of unhappy people.
Yeah.
That's all it is. It's a sad, sad way to live.
Indeed. Wow. Huh. Using each other.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Thank you,
Nice.
Hake.
Yeah, thank you.
I got to take a break. Your phone calls and super chats when I come back. 888-775-3773. Back in a moment. You can't run from evil within yourself or outside of self. You got to deal with it. And you need good in order to deal with evil. And God is good. You need to return to the Father And you'll see within you, he will fight the battle for you. And he will fight it without, because he will show you how to deal with it. And you will have no fear. Love God with all your heart, all your soul, all your might, along with nothing else. Nothing else means yourself, your children, your wife, your things, your ego, your reputation, and all that. You can't care about any of that. The children of anger will use it to control you. But if you love God, he will renew your mind, and none of those things will be before him. And so when they go after you, oh, well, you may take my body, you may take my things, but you're not going to take my soul. And that's a true reality. Don't forget to subscribe and follow the JLP Radio Network on YouTube there and Instagram. JLP Radio Network on YouTube and Instagram. Do it now. Hurry, hurry, rush, rush. Don't walk, run. And we do have some good things coming up for you there on the network. And I've gotten several of you from around the world, videos of you doing a sample of it. Some of you will be hearing from us, all right? Give us a little time. We're taking it one step at a time. One step at a time. Check out my books. They are amazing books. From Raised to Responsibility, my first book. I was so young there. Look at that. What the? Had hair. From Raised to Responsibility. And then Scam, How the Black Leadership Exploits Black America. And the 7 Guaranteed Steps to Spiritual, Family, and Financial Success Guide. We have to have that book reprinted because we ran out of paper copies. And I think we'll be getting them soon, if we don't have them back already. But check them out. The 7 Guaranteed Step is a little book in case you want to start a business. We use it in our Entrepreneur Academy, where we show guys how to start a business. And but it's for anything. If you have a job, if you just want a life, it's an amazing book. And then the antidote. And by the way, the 7 Guaranteed Step is just a little pocket guide. And you can carry it in your backpack or whatever, right? But it's really, if you follow those steps, they will work. And then there's Antidote, my last book. The Antidote, Healing America from the Poison of Hate, Blame, and Victimhood. The Antidote is really, I highly recommend it too. Amazing book, all right? And I do sign them to whomever you want me to. Just let us know. Go to rebuildingtheman.com, rebuildingtheman.com, or call 800-411-BOND to order the books. 800-411-2663. All right? And the Hake Report is coming up at 9 a.m. this morning. The Hake Report from 9 to 11. And then at 11, Joy Friday now. Monday through Thursday, not just Tuesday anymore. So mark that on your calendar. He's here every day except Friday. Joel Friday TV. He black. And then the American Anchor Baby. Flying high on natural energy given to him by God. Did you know that the American Anchor Baby is a genius? And they recognized that when he was a kid. Isn't that amazing? What a mess. So at 12 noon, the American Anchor Baby. Amazing. Amazing. let's see here. Let me go to the phones. Also, I'm going to finish up on this public display of affection. Why do people do that in the public? And it's normally not a man thing to do. Men don't normally like that. Because in all honesty, the man don't really care about the woman anyway. He just wants sex, want to get her in bed. So once he's done that, he don't want no more display and all that. What the? It's normally a woman thing out of her insecurity. Amazing, huh? Let me just do this before I go to the phone. Then there's one line open, 888-7753-773. The question is, do girls like public display of affection? This is from Comma TV. Why is this from Comma TV? Do girls like
public
it?
displays of affection?
No.
Of course, there's nothing better, is there, surely?
Why not?
It's cute.
Half.
Yeah, sure.
I wouldn't say that I like it.
It depends on how intense it is.
What it's called for, if they're really in love, I think.
I think to an extent, like at the end of the day, it's not anyone's business, like what you get up to, but...
Sometimes if you're on the bus and you see a couple really like getting involved, it is a little bit awkward. This is my boyfriend.
We're very affectionate.
We cuddle and stuff.
Not in public on the sofa? Or?
No, obviously we limit it to a certain extent.
I think it's cute when people show like love for each other. I don't know, I like it. It's like a movie.
It doesn't really make me feel that comfortable. I don't really like it.
That's right. It's funny. It's interesting how all over the world people think alike. Don't you want to know why that is? That could have been anywhere on the street questions, and you would have gotten the same answers. The devil talked to everyone, no matter what your language is, in the same way. He says the same thing, and he gets the same reaction from you. What? Let me go to, is it Daniela? Danielle out of Georgia. Georgia, on my mind. Danielle, welcome to the show. You're on the air.
Good morning, Jesse.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm blessed and highly favored. I wanted to call this morning to, I guess since you're on the topic of PDA, there is a
Before
line.
you get to that, let me just ask, what is blessed and highly favored?
Well, the Lord's always looking out for his children, so that just means I'm alive and well. Thank you very much.
That's what blessed and highly favored mean?
Yes, sir.
But suppose you're alive and well but miserable. Are you still favored or blessed?
Well, yeah, but you probably, you're just going on a trick question here. Really, I wanted to say about the... Well, because I was just trying to be a little confident to go with today's question.
So you really don't know what that is?
Being blessed and highly favored.
Right.
It means that the Lord's always looking out for me. That's I tried my very best to stay in his good graces, and luckily I have a man who leads me in the way. So
right on. And what are his good graces?
He makes sure to tell me when I'm out of line. It helps me stay calm in my emotional states.
No, I mean, what are God's good graces that you try to stay in?
I just want to take all the gifts that he's given me and continually thank him for it. Like, be a good steward of that which he's given me.
And what has he given you?
A home, a family, a husband who loves him and leads me and the children in the way.
Right on. Have you gone and forgiven your mother?
Yes, sir. Actually, last week when we talked, I told you that I had in my heart, and you said that didn't cut it. So as soon as we got off the phone, I video chatted my mom.
You did?
Yes, sir.
And how did it go?
It went great. It did, actually.
What did you say to her?
I told her that I was sorry for holding a grudge against her, and that I forgive her for the things that she put me and my sister through when we were kids, because she just did her best at the time. And it's really odd because, you know, when you're a parent yourself, you start realizing this stuff, and it's like you were kind of that push over the edge that I needed, I guess, last week. The way you were talking to me was, I'm not going to lie, because I am a female. It hurt my feelings. But you hurting my feelings, it was, like I said, it was that push that I needed to get over that hurdle and not be a coward and just go to her. Now, I have not sat down with my dad. I can't do that over the phone. I will be honest with that. I can't do that over the phone. Me and him can't even talk. He's the mask wearer telling me I'm going to kill my kids because I don't get vaccines and all this kind of stuff. So it's not a thing I can do over the phone with that guy. But
oh, he won't talk to you on FaceTime or anything?
Well, he will. It's just I know that I would never get a word in edgewise unless I'm sitting in front of him.
And how do you know you wouldn't on FaceTime?
Oh, because we talk all the time about just daily stuff, and him and I, we don't see eye to eye on absolutely almost anything.
And you, when you are talking to him, you don't get a word in?
Oh, no. He's the kind of man who's, oh, what about Johnny? And he's the kind of guy who anything that, you know, is going on, he somehow squeezes himself in there. And it's a difficult relationship we have. But
do you, but you are going to get with him?
Yeah, I mean, when I can get back to Michigan, yeah, I will.
Nice. Well, I wouldn't do what you want, of course, but I wouldn't assume that now that you want to talk to him to forgive him, I wouldn't assume that he wouldn't talk to you on FaceTime about it. I would give it a try and see what happened, because evil, you got to realize, most people don't realize the depths of the way evil works in the mind. They don't really see the depths of that. And so even in this situation, something has told you that, well, you're not going to get a word in, is why. And don't even give it a try. Wait until you go to Michigan, right? And you listen to that, thinking that it makes sense, and you're not doing it. At least do it to what? But I would recommend you at least try it and see what happens, and don't assume that it won't happen. Have a wait and see about all things.
You know, because I listened to you last week, I'm gonna again. I'll do it again. I don't know when, but sometime soon.
Yeah.
When the Lord unctions me, I will.
He's unctioning you right now.
Amen to that.
Yeah.
So, about the PDA, you know, when I was
Display of Affection, how do you feel about that?
So when I was a kid, my mom and my dad, they were very much like what you were displaying on that video, you know, all handsy, and it was kind of embarrassing as a child.
Yeah.
There's also, you know, the idea of like, I do like to see my grandparents holding hands when they're walking down the street, but that's not necessarily PDA. It's a totally different thing. It's my grandfather showing the affection for the woman that, you know, helped him raise his family and was there by his side for the past 60 years.
That's funny. I've never seen, I'm reflecting as you're speaking about the grandparents. And I grew up in Alabama at a time when boys were boys and men were men, women were women, and girls were girls. And I can't even imagine my grandparents holding hands. It won't even let me imagine that. I never seen that.
Right.
I never thought about anything like that. And you're right in that it's embarrassing to the children because the kids know something wrong with it, right? But kids are more innocent than adults. But I can't even imagine my grandparents doing that.
Well, they like holding hands as they're walking down the street, or my grandpa throws his arm over my grandma's shoulder, and you know, like it's not like those two were at the show or whatever they were doing.
Right.
That's kind of gross. Like, that's the kind of stuff that, that's inside of your home. That's just between you and your husband. And it's kind of one of those things, like, they're not married, obviously, so it's already gross. But the truth is that what you said about how women feel, that is the truth. I actually have talked to my husband about, like, it would make me feel better if you just held my hand. Because I'll be honest, like, when you get looks from men out in public as a female, it's intimidating. But when I'm holding his hand, I'm confident. That's where my confidence comes from, isn't from me, but from him, his protection and his provision.
Amazing.
The same with God, right? So that leads back into the question of the day.
Do you
ironically,
have confidence?
I have confidence. Yes, I have confidence in the Lord, and I have confidence in my husband, who is my protector and my provider. But the self-confidence thing is a totally different scenario, and I think that's what everybody thinks of when you ask them this question. It's not the same thing. If you go back to the etymology of the word, confidence is actually, it means to trust in, to put full confidence in. It's much deeper. But,
So
as words do change in the 1400s, I said as words do change, like they have, we use them in different ways now. Self-confidence was something that they started using in the 1400s. And then confidence, the con part, which means to falsify, that was used in like the mid-1500s. And so like when you use the word confidence now, it's pretty much like a false trust in a way. It's pretty funny how the dumber we get, the way that, words just lose their actual value and meaning. So the answer to the question is, if it's confidence as the word is meant to be used from the earliest history. Yes.
Hake said that con mean W-I-T-H. I don't know what that is. With. Comfort. The original con. Yep, with faith, exactly.
So you Good
said
job, Hake.
in your talking right now, speaking right now, you said you had confidence in God? You said in the Lord?
Yes, sir.
And how do you know you have confidence in the Lord?
How do I know that I have confidence in the Lord? Well, mainly because of the evidence of my own life. He's always been there and led me, even in the darkest places.
You said what now?
I said through the history of my own life, I have confidence in the Lord. It's a journey, obviously. Salvation is a threefold process. I have been saved, I am being saved, and eventually I will be in heaven with him, where I will ultimately be saved.
Why? How do you know that?
I read Scripture.
And the Scripture.
I trust fully in the Lord. So my confidence is in His Word. That's where it's at.
And so the Scripture told you one day you're going to be in heaven with the Lord.
Yeah.
And you believe that?
Yes, sir, I do.
Oh, okay.
With all of my being. I actually believe that more than I believe anything that I can see here on earth.
Really?
Yes, sir.
That's amazing. And so if you believe that, why do you feel intimidated when men look at you?
Because I'm still, like I was saying, I'm still healing from my past, my childhood. There were things that happened to me when I was a kid that no child should ever have to go through. And so I've just always sort of been that timid type of person in general. But like I said,
if you believe in God, why haven't you forgotten about the past?
Well, we aren't built like that. It's not that we can just forget something.
Who are we?
We as people, humans.
Why haven't you,
know?
forgotten the path if you have confidence in God?
A lot of things that, Jesse, when sexual things happen to children, it's actually something that is really hard to just forget.
No, it's
something that you never.
It's not.
No, I promise I've done as much soul searching on this as I possibly can, and I've forgiven the person. I, don't hold any grudges. I get exactly why I was in that situation. My dad was not there to protect me. My mom was not there to protect me. This whole family structure. But I promise these scars are always there.
And they don't have to be, though.
No, I understand. It's not
if you
something that I
had
walk
confidence
around.
in God, then they wouldn't be there anymore.
I do, I promise. You're always trying to get a little leg up on me here, but
what do you mean by that?
Because let's look at the structure of everything, okay? God is the head, the man is the head, right? We're looking at how this umbrella works. When I am the most confident is under the two umbrellas of safety as a female. So that's where, and I understand I'm fallible. I'm not,
Why do you say the scars will always be there if you were sexually done up when you were a child? What makes you think the scars will always be there?
I can't. That's not something you can just up and forget.
Yes, you can.
If I could erase my memory, it would have been a great tool to have like 30 years ago.
Want me to tell you how then you can have it right now? And you could have had it 30 years ago had you wanted it.
Okay.
But you believe somebody told you that, the scars are forever there and they're hard to erase. Somebody lied to you.
I'm sure a lot of people have.
Want me to tell you how to...
I'm rather certain.
Want me to tell you how to erase the scars right now?
Yes, sir.
Let the thought go.
Call my dad.
Let the thought go.
Call my dad. That's where it's going to be at.
No, let
like
the
we
thought
were talking.
go. Let the thought go of it. Because you can call your father and forgive him, but if you don't let thoughts go, the devil still will control you and remind you of something that doesn't even exist anymore. Because whatever happened when you were a child, that was then. That's not now.
Right.
But you won't let the thought of it go.
I've been practicing the silent prayer.
Let the thought go.
So you're right. Maybe that is something that I need to.
I promise you, ain't no maybe about it. It's
that.
the devil keep reminding you, and the evil people of the world keep telling you that you're not going to overcome it. Let the thought go.
You're right. We are overcomers through the blood.
No. Stop
exactly
quoting
right.
the scripture. Are we coming to a break or something? Oh, the clock behind. Oh, I see. Danielle.
Yes, sir.
Can you hold for a minute?
Sure.
All right, hold on. I got to take a break. 2 more hours to go. Hake coming in with the hate news, not the fake news. I'll be back in. I was looking at this clock on the wall, and it's off. Back in a moment. Now, I totally disagree with the way things are going, but you can't be angry because that's what the enemy wants. He wants to control you. They do things to make you mad so they can control you. It's like being married. And the wife would do things to make you mad, or she'll do things to make you feel good. And men do that to women too when they want something from the woman, especially sex. They'll make her feel good or they'll make her angry. And the woman's gonna have to say, you don't want to be angry. You want to speak up. You want to disagree with what's going on. It's wrong, but do not be angry. Then you won't have fear. You won't have doubt. You won't have worries. You'll be able to see, but you got to stay away from anger. That's why you must forgive your mothers and your fathers so that you can overcome the spirit of anger. It's a spirit and it's wicked. Nothing good in anger because it has no love, folks. You need love to defeat evil. And love is not a weakness. It's a strength. It's from God. It's His nature.
A whole lot of mess else going on in the world? This is the end of hour one of the Jesse Peterson Show. It is Wednesday, January 10th, AD 2024. Stay tuned for hour two. JLP will be right back to your calls, and there is one line open, by the way. You can call in right now during Hake News, Not Fake News. Government and social media are the new parents of the children. Meta, according to CNN, Commie Nonsense Network, is rolling out new restrictions for teenage Facebook and Instagram users, including hiding search results for certain terms. This comes as social media platforms have faced a litany of criticism and lawsuits over how they handle so-called online safety. And two losers are debating tonight with the Rhino RNC and CNN. Commie Nonsense Network CNN reports former South Carolina Governor Nikki Haley, ambassador to the UN under Trump, and Florida Governor Ron DeSantis, some call him DeSanctimonious, will face off on CNN tonight in the fifth and final Republican presidential debate, which is a joke because it's going to be Trump, pretty sure, before the Iowa caucuses kick off next week. Both Nimarata, whatever her name is, Nikki Haley and Ron DeSanctimonious, are searching for the critical blow that could position them as the sole viable challenger to our greatest president, Donald J. Trump. No challenge. Who is again skipping the debate. The debate will begin at 9 Eastern, which is 6 Pacific, Drake University in Des Moines, Iowa. And it will be the first time that Haley and DeSantis will meet on stage alone. That'll be awkward. Meanwhile, Nikki Haley has trimmed Trump's lead in the primary race in New Hampshire to single digits, according to a CNN poll, if you to believe them. Very fake news. Trump has crossed the 50% mark in most polling in the Iowa caucuses and still holds wider majorities in national polls for the Republican convention. And winter storms are blowing through. An expansive storm packing nearly every winter weather threat is set to dump more snow and rain on the Northeast today after battering a large swath of the eastern United States. More than 450,000 homes and businesses are without power in the United States this morning, according to CNN, Commie Nonsense Network, including nearly 150,000 in New York and about 115,000 around in Pennsylvania, PA, according to poweroutage.us. At least 4 deaths have been reported across Alabama, Georgia, and North Carolina as storms walloped the states with fierce winds and rain. The heavy downpours are also fueling flood fears throughout the western Carolinas to the mid-Atlantic and Northeast, with numerous flash floods possible, the National Weather Service said. And Boeing is sorry. Boeing CEO David Calhoun, nice name, acknowledged the company's quote-unquote mistake in the wake of the terrifying Alaska Airlines emergency landing incident where that door plug popped off or whatever it was. CNN reports a company source said Boeing believes the mistake in question was introduced in the aircraft's manufacturing supply chain. Although regulators in Boeing are still investigating the exact cause of the incident. President Crooked Joe Biden is personally tracking the grounding of many Boeing 737 MAX 9 planes for inspection, according to the Black on the Inside White House Tuesday. The aircraft will likely return to service plane by plane as they pass stringent safety tests, according to aviation experts. And 6 million Catholics, today's number is 6 million, Catholic devotees flooded the streets of Manila Tuesday to honor the Black Nazarene. Ever heard of that? A centuries-old religious tradition that has returned after a 3-year hiatus due to the China virus scamdemic. Millions of Filipinos waited hours along the procession route to get close to the wooden statue. I think it was originally made by a Mexican, as many believe that touching it can bring blessings to them or their loved ones. Sounds superstitious to me. It doesn't sound very Christian, but I could be wrong. Make sure you go to jesseleepeterson.com/show for podcast links and more. I'm James Hake. Now back to JLP, Hour 2.
have to stand up strong, face the truth about themselves, to understand what went wrong. I know we can find a way. I know we can find a way. I know we can find a way to stand up, stand up, stand up.
Uniting the races with truth instead of dividing them with lies. We're also rebuilding the family by rebuilding the man. I'm Jesse Lee Peterson. Welcome to the second hour of the show today. Manhood Hour is coming up in the third hour. Next hour, you can get involved by calling 888-7753-773. 888-77-JESSE. Jesse. Jesse. My biblical question for this week, and it's a doozy. Do you have confidence? Do you have confidence? Amazing question. We have every way that you can watch and support the show listed on JesseLeePeterson.com/show. JesseLeePeterson.com/show. And if you're out and about, whatever you're doing, with or without confidence, you can be listening to the show on your iPhone or iPad by calling the listen line at 641-793-1500. 641-793-1500. Follow us on X, JLP Talk on X, and Jesse Lee Peterson on Instagram. Like, follow, ring the bell, and tell everybody. And don't forget to donate and have your comments read out loud at buymeacoffee.com/JLP Talk. buymeacoffee.com/JLP Talk or rebuildingtheman.com. I want to quickly go back to Danielle and out of Georgia, and she was responding to the biblical question and public display of affection and all that mess. And I had to hold her over. Danielle.
Yes, sir.
And so, where did we leave off? I forgot.
You were telling me that I
Come back to your phone.
Again.
Come back to your phone.
I'm here.
Oh, okay. I was telling you what?
That I'm wrong. You always tell me that. But the 2 times I called you to tell me that I'm wrong, and it's okay because I'm learning.
Right. And what did I tell you that you were wrong about?
That you were asking me about my confidence, and if I really had confidence, I wouldn't be bringing all of this crap back up. My thoughts.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You're not on speaker now, right?
No, sir.
Oh, okay. You were saying that, I think, remind me if I'm wrong, that you had some little things that happened to you as a child, sexually or whatever, and that you believe that the scars will always be there, right?
I said it's something that we don't forget.
Yes,
is what
you do.
I was saying, but yeah, that is pretty much.
Why do you think you don't forget it?
Well, because I'm 37, and I was, it's like 33 years ago. So.
Well, the only reason you haven't forgotten it after all these years, you don't want to forget it.
Oh, I wish, like what I said, I wish that I could. That was exactly my point. And you're telling me, you're showing me that my confidence in the Lord, one, the forgiveness aspect, and I really keep going back to this, right? Because it's one of those things, like, my dad didn't leave me. My dad did not leave me. I know that he did not leave me.
Yeah, fathers never leave the children. They always leave the mother of the children.
Exactly. And this put me in a predicament where I was not protected.
But your father could have been there, and that could have still happened.
You're 100% right. It could have, but when I was with my father afterward, I knew I was protected.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, therefore, it's a conflict of inner thoughts, and there you go. It is what it is. That is the thoughts. And this is why we have to go into the quietness, right? And that's where we find our confidence and our strength.
But
So
I want
for the
to
reminder.
get back to this idea, notion that the scars will always be there and you would never get it. Who lied to you and told you that?
My mom.
See, your mom lied
That's
to you.
the only place I ever thought I think I've ever heard it from.
Yeah.
Isn't there some truth to the idea that, you know, we remember our past sins, that way we don't go back over them?
No.
Would it?
Ain't no truth to that at all.
Okay.
Those are just
Maybe.
a bunch of empty words.
Okay.
The only reason you haven't gotten over it and the scars are still there, you don't want to get over it. You don't
promise.
want the
It's not something
scars
that
to
we
be
wanna
gone.
carry.
I'm sorry?
It's not a baggage. That's not a piece of baggage that people want to carry.
Well, then why don't you drop it right now?
It could be that easy.
It is that easy. Why don't you drop it right now?
Drop. It's gone. It's gone.
And yeah, the way you drop it right now is that you let the thought of it go. Because the only thing you're doing is, and you think that it's you, but it's really not you, but the devil is reminding you of it, and you think that is you reminding yourself of it, and you give it a name called scars. The scars will always be there. That is not true. If you let the thought of it go, you'll be free from it. Just like that, it'll be like as though it never happened, because when it happened then. It's not happening now. But you're just listening to the devil about it. Why don't you let the thoughts go when they come?
Yep.
No, that was a question.
I said, why don't I?
Yes.
Because I'm still healing.
No, you're not.
And no,
You're
no,
not
no, I
healing.
really am.
No?
I am.
No.
It's a process. Jesse, it's not something that happens just overnight. It's just like I was
Why do you
explaining.
say that?
Salvation. Well, because we are all learning every single day.
Who is we?
Did you wake up when us
Who is
people,
we?
us humans, are you a human
Danielle.
like me?
Danielle. Danielle.
Did you know that? Did you
Danielle.
know all of this
Danielle.
stuff when you
Danielle.
were 7, Jesse?
Danielle.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't love your hell, let it go by letting the thoughts go.
Yes,
all
sir.
thoughts.
I hear you.
All thoughts are all lies all the
All the
time,
time.
about anything except practical thought. But all thoughts are all lies all the time about anything. Let the thought go, Danielle, and you'll be free.
Thanks, Jesse.
So are you doing the silent prayer every morning, every night?
Yeah, and a couple of times throughout the day now.
Nice. So FaceTime with your father and tell your father you're sorry for resenting him and see what happened. However, what happened, don't judge it, and you'll be fine.
All right.
Let me know what happens.
Maybe I'll gain more confidence. Have a blessed day.
I'll put my little 2 cents in on Sunday about the biblical question, but thank you.
I can't wait. You have a good one.
You too. Amazing. Let me just finish this one thing about the public display. I asked in the first hour, we were dealing with that. Hake was here, we were dealing with it in the first hour. Public display. How do you feel about public display? Affection. When you see people doing it, what goes through your mind? And if you missed the first hour, you can podcast it and catch up with that. Independent.com is reporting that according to a study published in the Journal of Personalities and Social Psychology. Evidence shows that couples who are overtly affectionate from the beginning are more likely to divorce. That is so true. Watch this from the doctor.
Have you ever witnessed a couple making out in public and thought, get a room?
Yes.
Well, a surprising new study found that the amount of affection between you and your partner may determine whether or not a marriage will last. And we're talking about public displays of affection. They found that couples who are overly affectionate from the start of their relationship may be more likely to divorce.
If you don't know the difference between affection and true intimacy, I know a lot of divorce lawyers out there who will be more than happy to clear that up for you, because that's what we're talking about here, right? Affection is that outward physical display. Intimacy is the emotional back and forth, and it's being vulnerable with your partner. And that's what happens when you sustain a long-term loving relationship.
What a dumb person with a degree. That is so dumb and stupid and not even funny. Both are wrong. See, you listen to these people because they have a degree. Public display is all ego, all fake, and the relationship is about to end. And as we were saying earlier, it's something that mostly women want to do. Once in a while, you'll find a man that want to do it too because he has the woman nature. But most likely, you're not going to find it. Men don't want it. It's embarrassing. But the woman is desperate because she knows that the relationship is not real, about to end, and she needs some ego fulfillment. That relationship is about to end. Verywellmind.com is reporting PDA, public display of affection, is a sign of insecurity. Couples who are engaged in PDA are trying to prove something or show off. 100% right. Amazing. It is so true. 888-7753-773. That's the line open. Emmanuel from Canada. Welcome to the show, Emmanuel. You're on the air.
Hello.
Hey, Emmanuel.
How's it going?
All is well.
I didn't think I was going to be on that quick.
All thoughts are all lies all the time about anything.
Nice. My main question was about judgment, because I'm like a default to judge. I'm judging. What's wrong with judgment, I guess, is the question. What's wrong with judgment?
When you judge, you're doing it to yourself. It keeps you in your hell.
Okay.
How do you know that you judge?
Well, I don't know. Like I'll see somebody act in a certain way, and I'll, that person is a whatever, or, that kind of judgment, like just slapping a label on somebody because they're acting a certain way or something.
Does it bother you when you see them acting a certain way?
Yeah, unfortunately.
And why does it bother you?
That's a very good question, because I'm probably still in my emotions, and I'm just slipping into that emotional state, and that's the only way it can really bother me, right?
Right, because if you were not in your fallen state, what someone else does or says would never bother you at all.
Yeah, man.
Why don't you overcome it?
Well, I feel like I'm working on it, but it's like the whole world is like based on emotions, like you said, but in the past, like it's the new religion or something. So if you're not emotional, they start judging you like something's wrong with you. And
when you say you're working on it, what are you doing?
Well, the silent prayer is part of it, and just observing those thoughts and trying not to latch onto them.
Right.
Because that's where the suffering or whatever you want to call it comes in, is you latch onto that thought, and then
And why do you believe that when you do judge or you overreact to someone else's issue, why do you think that that's you?
That is so deep, man. Like, honestly, I need some time to reflect on that. But it's without too much thinking about it, it's to do with conditioning and programming, what the world has taught me about myself. I am my own person, blah, 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 the ego, et cetera, right?
Right. So why are you calling the ego you? Why do you say, I'm judging?
I'm programmed, I guess, you know.
Well, and at what point when you stop identifying with the fake personality inside of you, knowing that it's something that has made a home in your mind, emotion, and not you? When will you stop identifying with that?
I guess when I've had enough, and I feel like I have, but it's like, it's weird because I still slip into it.
Yeah, I understand. As soon as you slip into it, realize you have, and just slip out of it. Come back to present.
Right.
And do never call it you again. Don't say I'm jealous, or I'm this, or I'm judgmental, because you're holding on to false identities.
Yeah, I was trying to talk to a friend of mine who struggles with PTSD, and he's saying my PTSD, and I was trying to explain exactly what you're talking about to him. Don't identify with that. Say,
right,
it's something I'm experiencing, but it's not mine.
It's not it's not you at all. It's a false. You possess. It's a false identity inside of you. It's like it reminds me of the Christians that read the Bible and go to Bible school and Bible church and Bible this, or the intellectual who go to the secular universities and they get all this knowledge. They get all this knowledge and paperwork and knowledge, and then they identify with the knowledge and they go out preaching the knowledge, thinking that it's wisdom and knowing, and it's not. They just have identified with the knowledge rather than letting the knowledge go.
They are literally possessed by ideas they've been taught.
100%. And that's what's going on with you when you think that you're judging.
Right. That's crazy, yeah. So, and the other thing I was going to say, I was like, Jesse, I hear you judging sometimes, man. Like when you say, like, oh, women are evil, or that's beta or something. But like, I don't like whatever. But like, you're human too.
So what now? Repeat that.
Oh, I guess I was like, come on, Jesse. Like, I hear you judging sometimes too. Like, I'm not like coming at you or anything, but like when you say things like women are evil, like, is that a judgment? This is going to lead me into what's the difference between a judgment and an observation, because I've had people tell me like, oh, you're judging, you shouldn't judge. Like, and I'm like, well, I don't feel like I'm judging. I'm just making an observation. And if you look up the definition of judgment, it's basically making a sound observation and coming to a sound conclusion. So it's like, that's where I
don't
get
know
like,
what you're talking about, Emmanuel. What are you talking about?
I guess I'm getting a little intellectual on you right now, but like the point is I sometimes don't know what's wrong with judgment.
You said that something about I say that women are evil, and you say that's judgment?
Yeah. It feels like, is that not a judgment?
You say it feels like judgment?
Well, yeah, when I hear you say it, I'm like, that's judgment. Like, or something in me says that's judgment.
And why do you call that judgment? It's true that women are evil, and it's not the woman herself per se, but it's the spirit of evil that made a home in her. Mothers, why do you think kids end up screwed up? Because they have evil mothers.
Right.
How is that judgment to say that?
Well, that's what I'm trying to get at, I guess. But so when you say things like that and it triggers a person into an emotional reaction, that's just their problem, right? I mean, they need to look, like you say, you got to look at why you're getting offended instead of like being like, oh, you're bad for judging. You know, you call women evil, like that's wrong or something. You know, like.
Do you see that women are evil?
I see that there's an evil. They have an evil nature. I don't know if they're 100% evil, but
do you see that women are evil?
Oh, man. You're putting me on the hot seat. Oh, dude, why you got to do this to me? Yes. Sometimes, yes. Yeah.
Sometimes you see it?
Yeah, but like...
And when you see it, are you judging them or are you just seeing it?
I feel like I'm just seeing it, yeah.
Well, that's all I do when I call it out, because I want women to realize what's controlling them so that they can seek the kingdom of God and overcome that by forgiving their mothers.
Yeah, and I guess the way they deflect it, is by they say, "Oh, you're judging. You should say that's evil to say women are evil or something." You know, like something along those lines. It's like a deflection. I don't want to hear the truth because it. You know.
But it's not them that don't want to hear the truth. It is the evil spirit that possesses their mind and body that don't want to hear the truth.
Right, but they're convinced that it's them.
Right, because they don't know yet that it's not them.
Yeah, when you say that, I feel like I fully understand it, but then actually, like, when real life is happening, like, it's like I forget or something. I don't know what that is.
The greatest sin is forgetfulness, so you got to stop forgetting by staying present so you don't forget, instead of being lost in your head.
Fair.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Do you do public affectionate display?
Heck no.
And why not?
Well, first of all, I'm single, and second of all, I don't know. It just feels kind of weird. It feels like some.
Yeah.
I think that's a Hollywood movie program that it's a program that's been fed to society.
Somebody want to know: are you fat or fit?
Oh man, again? Is this Hake asking this question again?
What did you say?
Man.
He asked that before?
Yeah, I called like a year and a half ago, and you were like, "Yo, Hake wants to know if you're fat." He says you sound fat.
Are you fat?
Yeah, I'm fat.
You fat? Are you fat?
Yeah, I guess so. I guess I'm fat. Yeah.
Why are you fat?
I don't move my body enough.
What?
I don't move my body enough, and I don't know, man.
Why don't you move your body?
Oh, I do. I just don't do it enough, and perhaps I eat the wrong foods, and maybe something to do with genetics. Who knows?
Why don't you go work out, man? Go walking or running or something.
Fair game. Yeah. I need to do more of that.
If you do nothing else, make sure every day you take a walk.
100%. I've been a bit lazy in the wintertime for sure.
Yeah.
So.
Eat some fruits and vegetables. Walk to the store, get some fruits and vegetables. Walk around the block several
So where
times.
did you get that question from, though? Was that Hake this time?
Yeah.
Hake be grilling me. Hake's grilling me. Like, how do you know what a fat voice sounds like? What?
I know. Oh, amazing. Thank you,
All right,
Emmanuel.
God bless you guys, man. God bless you guys.
You
All right.
too, buddy.
Bye.
Bye now. Amazing. Oliver, a first-time call out of Texas. There's a line open, 888-7753-773. Oliver, where's the clock? Joel didn't bring it back. Bring that clock back, Joel. Where's Oliver, welcome to the show. You're on the air.
Hi, Jesse. It's a privilege. It's a privilege to speak with you.
Thank you. You too, buddy.
I had a question about forgiving your mother.
Yes.
I believe exactly what you're saying. I have not forgiven my mother yet, and the reason I haven't is because it feels insincere. I'm not afraid to do it. I'm afraid to do it wrong. And I don't, so I just wanted to understand what you think the better thing would be to do, to come to terms with it so I can be sincere and go to my mother, or to go to her even though it feels somewhat insincere and do it anyway. It wouldn't be completely insincere, but Does that make sense?
What's an insincere feeling about that? What does that feel like?
Because it feels like because somehow I am still not able to let go of the things that I have resented about my mother.
Because you have not forgiven. That's why you haven't been able to let it go.
So how do I get to that point? Do I need to go to her and forgive her in order to forgive, or do I need to forgive first and then go to her? That's
I
what
see
I'm
what you're
trying
saying.
to understand.
Do you see that you have anger toward her, unforgiveness? You see that you have it?
I do, and I only realized that a couple of years ago.
And is it right to have it?
Of course not.
That's all you need to know then. That you see that you have it. You know it's not right to have it. You go and forgive. You don't need anything else but that.
I'm just trying to sit with it for a moment.
Okay. You see that you have it. You know it's not right to have it. And just as you can't help but feel that way, your mother feel the same way she feels. She can't help but be the way she is. And in realizing you can't help yourself, it should cause you to realize she couldn't help herself and go and forgive her, and you'll be free.
I think I understand what you mean. I just want to say it back to you to make sure I'm understanding.
All right.
Me recognizing that it's wrong
Yes.
is enough that there's still something nagging that I can then go to my mother and still be sincere about it, because I understand that it's wrong and that there may be some like lingering feelings that go away, but I understand truly that it's wrong and I need to forgive.
Yes. Because there is no such thing as a sincere feeling about going to forgive. It's just something to hold you back. Knowing that, when I saw, I normally I don't use myself, but I use myself in this one. When I saw, because I didn't know I resented my mother at all, it wasn't until I asked God to let me see what was wrong. Why wasn't I changing, right? And he allowed me to see that I resented my mother, and that was holding me back. That's why I wasn't having a good life inwardly. And when I saw it, I went and forgave. I wasn't looking for another sincere feeling or non-sincere feeling. The fact that I was able to see what was all I needed. And that's all you need is to see. And see and take care of everything.
I think I understand. I also did not realize that I resented my mother for a very long time.
Yeah.
And I started noticing it before I found you about 6 months ago, but it was I was very thankful to find you, because you say things in a really wonderfully elegant way, I think, because sometimes people like me complicate things in our heads too much, but you say it in a way that's true, but it doesn't use overcomplicated language. And I think that even though I've been listening to you and I've been kind of like listening for that answer, I didn't really understand it until you spoke to me just now, and I think I understand you now.
God's ways are simple. The intellect is of the devil, and the intellect hate God. It hates simplicity. So don't put faith in the intellect. Don't put faith in knowledge. Just use it as a tool. Hold on for me. Can you hold?
Yes.
Let me take a quick break. 888-7753-773. Back in a moment. We have a counseling service, and I have to admit, thanks to God, it is the best counseling service on this side of heaven. I counsel with men and women, families, individuals around the world. Most people are unhappy, They're miserable. They have rough lives. They're depressed, suicidal, young and old, of all races. I understand. I know why, and I do understand it. Because exactly what's happening in me is happening with everybody outside of me, inside of them. And I've noticed that with those who really, really, really want to understand, they overcome it just like that, out of one counseling session. If you need counseling, you can go to rebuildingtheman.com or call 800-411-2663. 800-411-BOND. Best counseling service on this side of heaven. All right, folks, welcome back. 888-7753-773. 888-77-JESSE. The Hake Report is coming up at 9 a.m. this morning from 9 to 11 a.m. Hake. James Hake is on fire from 9 to 11. You don't want to miss it. The guy with the good hair. And at 11 a.m. now, Monday through Thursday, Joel Friday TV, he back. From at 11 a.m. now, Monday through Thursday. At one time, it was just Tuesdays. That was then. This is now. It is Monday through Thursday from 11 a.m. to 12. And at 12 noon, the American Anchor Baby. The American Anchor Baby is on fire. Natural energy from God. For personalized shout-outs, birthday, weddings, anniversaries, whatever it may be, go to cameo.com/Jesse Lee Peterson. Congratulations, or whatever. Go to Cameo. I'll do them for you. Cameo.com/Jesse Lee Peterson. And don't forget that the Anchor Baby is a certified genius. You know something? Even in school, and his mama noticed it when he was a kid. What the? Let me go quickly back to Oliver, our first time call out of Texas. I had to put him on hold. He, well, now it's all right. Go and forgive his mother. Am I right, Oliver?
You are right.
And do you understand? You see clearly now that you need to do it? And don't worry about how you feel about it and that kind of stuff?
Yes, I do. I was trying to figure that out. I was hovering around that answer for several months since I've been listening to you, but this gave me the clarification that I needed.
And how about your father?
I will forgive him as well. And I understand that it'll be, probably one right after the other, just at the same time.
Are they together?
They are.
Oh, good. Well, if you don't plan it, if you catch them together, you do it with both right then. If not, you deal with it accordingly.
I understand.
Oliver, do you see that you are possessed by evil in the mind and emotions?
Yes, I do.
Nice.
And I didn't realize that until again, one of those things I was hovering around, but until you put it in clear, simple terms, I didn't realize that that was the case, and I identified with it far too often and still do occasionally, but I catch myself now.
Nice. And that's the problem with every person on this side of heaven. Every human being, every human, it doesn't matter the color, the money, male or female, where they live or don't live, the language they speak or don't speak. They're all possessed and they don't know it. And they go to these stupid people with degrees, and the people give them medication for spiritual issues. And all it does is make them worse. It doesn't make them better because they're not dealing with it as you are now.
Yes, I can see that. I can see it a lot in myself and in everything that I do now. The way that you've framed things, it's not really possible to listen to you, I think, and not just see that in daily life with everything that you're doing and everybody else is doing, unless you're just completely in denial. That's why I like your show so much. And by the way, I really love church on Sundays. It's something I look forward to a lot now watching.
Amazing. Thank you. Stay with it. I'm telling you, man, work on you, work on you. Never, ever stop working on you by paying attention to the not you on the inside of you. Just work on you. You're going to see, you're going to get a clear mind. You're going to have a perfect peace. Life will become simple. Your relationship with the world will change. You will be in it and not of it without even, because you can't make that happen, right? But as you're dying from the false self, your whole life is changing and your relationship with the world is changing as well. So stay with it, Stay with it. Just watch it and do your practical thinking and practical things. Go to work. Eat food, whatever you're doing, run your business, but you don't live by that. Those are tools. Those are tools that you use, and you live by the light of God when you stop. We let go of all thoughts.
Yes.
Amazing.
I just want to thank you and everybody else over there. I don't want to start saying names because I know I'll miss one of them, but everyone else over there, all the shows and everyone that works with you and Bond and everyone, I really appreciate all of you, and thank you so much for the work that you all do.
You're welcome, man, and thank you for your support and helping us get it done. I appreciate it.
All right. Have a wonderful day.
Let me know how it goes once you go and forgive.
I would be happy to.
All right. God bless you, buddy.
Thank you, Jesse. Goodbye.
Bye. Oliver makes a good point. He's right. People don't know that they are possessed. You don't hear that a lot anymore, not even in the churches, that you're possessed in the mind. And in the mind, it makes you do and say and act and do things and think that you wouldn't do on your own. And it prevents you from doing what is right, being right. Isn't that amazing? So it's something that's made a home in you. When you start to get this and you start to see it, you're going to be like, wow, I just didn't know. I just didn't know. I remember, and I still do sometimes as wisdom calm, I'm like, wow, I just didn't know that. That's so crazy. I didn't know. I couldn't see that. Now I see. Work on you, folks. You were not created to suffer. You were not created to have fear. You were not created to be taught. You were not created to fend for yourself. You were not created to have fear and loneliness and doubt and worry, and you need the world to make you feel good. You were not created to have friends. You were not created to be married. You were not created to all this mess that you're into, right? You've been deceived. You have been deceived. But you, as an individual, can take a journey. You can finally start a journey, a real one. The road on a narrow and straight path. You got to take it alone, though. You really have to. This is one journey. You can't take anybody or anything with you. You must travel this alone. And the traveler, the road you take is within you. It's in you. You got to see the not you. And don't worry about the real you. You don't know who that is yet. Just watch the not you. All right? Let me go to, let me just tell you this, and then I go to the phone. Remember that, and Super Chats. There was a black guy who attacked a judge the other day in court, and I believe that was in Las Vegas, yes. And he jumped over, you know how the judge sit behind the little bench stands up there on the thing, and she looked down on everybody, or he looked down on everybody. Well, this judge was sitting there, and this she was about to sentence this black guy, and it looked like he was saying, I'm not clear on that, but like, you know what, I shouldn't have to be punished for this. I'm okay now. And she was like, paraphrasing, I'm about to you need some more medicine here, something else different. And the black guy, you can tell he's from Africa. He jumped over. You know how black people can jump, but white people can't? That's why black people play basketball, white people don't, for the most part. He jumped over the fence, over the balcony thing, whatever you call it.
What the?
And attacked her. Well, he's back in court. Here's an update on a man who attacked the judge. This is from the Guardians. Man who attacked Las Vegas judge returned to court on Monday, where he was shackled and closely watched by jail security guards as he was sentenced to up to 4 years in state prison. Watch this. Oh, this is him from X. Come on, man. Look at him. For those who can't see it, he has a tent over his head, and he has things around his mouth under the tent so he can't bite her. And he has they have him chains around the waist and hands, and have things on his hands where he can't hit the woman. And 3 with 2 guards around him. And he looking at that judge like, this bitch. When I saw that guy jump over that thing at that judge, I can imagine him saying, this bitch. He went and jumped on her. And he only going to get up to 4 years in prison, state prison, right? Up to 4 years. That means he'll be out real soon. He ain't going to be in there that long. He black. It reminded me of that movie that I saw. It was a good movie, too. What's that movie called? Oh, Silence of the Lamb. Of the what?
Lambs.
What?
Silence of the Lambs. Hannibal Lecter.
Oh, yeah, Silence of the Lambs. They should put this boy in that movie.
You know that judge made the right decision.
I'm telling you.
If that's how you react,
he was like, what the?
You can't be on the streets.
Man, he'll be out soon, though. He black. According to The Guardian, Diablo Redding, this boy, foster mother told the judge that he was in a better place mentally and didn't think he should be sent to prison. Yeah, right. He's jumping over the thing at the judge. He in a better place. You know, sad commentary about what's happening in my country today is that white people, not all, but most are afraid of the blacks. And they're letting them destroy my country. They are literally putting them in places where they can destroy the country. There was a plane flying, Alaskan airline. It was up there in the sky flying, and the door fell off while up there.
What the?
And then now I'm hearing reports of that Alaskan airline and a lot of these airlines are into the DEA thing, diversity, equity, and inclusion stuff. And they're putting these blacks and unqualified people, females, in positions where they don't know what they're doing. And these things are happening. They're destroying them rather than making them better. Don't y'all know black people don't feel like screwing the screw all the way in the door? They'll put it in the little hole there and screw it a little bit, but they ain't gonna make sure it's tight in the door. That's too much work. I can't believe, I do understand it because of fear, but I can't believe that you put these people in charge of your military and your airline. They're going to get you killed because they don't care. Look at the Lloyd guy, whatever his name is, over the military. He black. The military is a mess now. And if the reports are true that Lloyd Austin, or whatever his name is, black, over the military, he was AWOL. They said that he went and had surgery and no one knew where he was. They didn't know he was in the hospital having surgery. And they didn't know it. The guy was AWOL, the head of the military. He black, and he's going to get away with it because he was black. I guarantee you a white man in that position, they would crucify him. He would be out of the military so fast and make his head swim. But the head of the military was AWOL. They didn't know where he was. Even Joe Biden, he can't hide. Didn't know where he was, according to the report. How can that be? And they out there, are they out there fighting wars somewhere? And your boss is not around, you don't know how to find him? Can't you hear that black man now in the military? Oh, I don't care. Though. I gotta go have me some surgery. Don't let them. I don't care what they say. I don't care what they think. It's just the military. They'll be fine. AWOL. And they say he has pancreatic cancer or something, according to CNN. Well, according to the report, the guy has cancer. And he went and said, I ain't going to have surgery. Ain't nobody business where I'm going. He went AWOL. They didn't know. That's called AWOL. When they can't find you in a few days, you're in the military, and you go, they can't find you. It's called AWOL. Not even the president, your boss, know where you are. Amazing. Now do y'all believe me my country's not coming back? I told you. Didn't I tell you? Didn't I tell you when they started putting the blacks as air traffic controllers, and they did it because they were black, not because they were qualified? It was affirmative action placement that you can expect accidents to be happening in the air now. I told you that. I'm not bragging. It's just common sense. Look at that little Kamala Harris woman, female. She can't run no country. She doesn't even... Okay. I'm going to start digging me a bunker underground with the white folks. They tried to go to the moon the other day, but apparently their rocket didn't make it. Something happened. And don't worry, white people are innovative. They're going to try it again until they finally get back to the moon. 888-77 53773. Let's go to Canada and talk to first-time caller Tehran. Tehran, welcome to the show. You're on the air.
Yes, Jesse, blessing, good morning. Blessings, brother. I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you a lot.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you.
Yes, I listen to you all the time, me and my friend. At first, I found you very hilarious, man, and then I started to do some reflecting and thinking, man, and I'm saying, you know, some good quality stuff you put out there, man. My family loves you. My sister, especially my sister. She likes it when you say beta.
Amazing.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I wish you good health. You know, you continue on the same path. You know, hopefully the message gets across to a lot of people.
Thank you. Right on.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right. Well, you have a blessed day now.
All right. Thank you, Tehran. I appreciate the call, man. Stay with it.
Yes, sir.
All right. Amazing. Let me go to Vlad. Vlad out of Russia. Heard around the world. Vlad, welcome to the show. You're on the air.
Hey, JC, it's very nice to be on your show. Thank you for accepting my calling.
Right on, buddy.
I'm just watching your show, and I'm always so amazed of your message. But there is only one thing that I cannot accept and cannot overcome. Let's say you saying that you should have no opinion. You should you should have perfect peace and live the perfect life on the earth, while the rest of the world is the whole mess. So my question is, why do you divide the communism, socialism, and capitalism, and calling and seeing the communism and socialism as evil, and capitalism as a good thing?
Well, socialism and communism requires someone else to control you, to think for you, to provide for you, to control you. It takes away your freedom as a physical, independent person, whereas capitalism allows you to be an individual. It allows you to be free. It allows you to have as much as you want or don't have as much as you want. It gives you freedom.
Okay, but...
And also capitalism encourages competition, whereas socialism doesn't.
Yeah, that's right. But as I know, you say now is a capitalistic country, and I ain't see there so much good freedom, you know? Like, there would be some boundaries than such a freedom, like what happens now in LA.
Repeat that, I'm sorry.
I mean, you know the problem with the drug addicts and the rest of your country,
right,
as a capitalistic country. Yeah, is this the consequences of the freedom of...
Hold on, buddy. Hold on. Don't hang up. Let me take a break. Do not hang up. Hake is coming with the hate news, not the fake news. One more hour to go. Manhood hour is coming up. The treasure... No, not yet. I'll be back in a moment. Hate news, not the fake news. Back in a moment. Steve, thank you for calling and thanks for holding. How have you been helped by the show?
I'm going to tell you this. I believe you might go down in history as one of the greatest, if not the greatest, black man that ever lived on planet Earth, as far as I'm concerned. I don't know anybody before you that's been that great. You know, freeing the slaves is one thing, but you've been freeing people of their mind, which matters, it should be anyhow, to you more than anything else, because with the mind not being right, there ain't nothing else going to happen right anyway.
If you can doubt every thought because you're not your thoughts, if you can doubt every thought, knowing that you're not your thoughts, you don't create them, they're not from God, that they're from the deceiver, the great deceiver, Satan. If you can doubt every thought, you can be free, just like that. At an instant. Bring every thought into captivity. It's so amazing.
The Israel-Palestine war drama continues, and the United States is mama meddling. There's a mess in Ecuador. And pray for that black affirmative action Secretary of Defense. Yes. This is the end of... Oh, and by the way, there are phony female judges, 3 of them. 2 appointed by Biden and 1 by Bush, the daddy, in the persecution of the president right now. They were not impressed with Trump yesterday. This is the end of hour 2 of the Jesse Lee Peterson Show. Hang tight, callers. JLP will be right back to your calls for Manhood Hour coming right up in the 3rd hour. But first, Hake news, not fake news. Secretary of State Antony Blinken, joke of a Secretary of State, was in Israel, according to Commie Nonsense Network, CNN, on Tuesday, where he told officials that Palestinians in Gaza must be allowed to return to their homes as soon as conditions allow. Antony Blinken has repeatedly called on the Israeli government to shift their military tactics to reduce the number of civilian casualties in the enclave. Also Tuesday, the U.S. Navy shot down 21 Houthi missiles and drones launched from Yemen. 21, count them, just on one day. In one of the largest Houthi attacks to take place in the Red Sea in recent months. Houthi rebels said that they are attacking the world's most important maritime trade routes as revenge against Israel for their military campaign in Gaza. What do the Houthis care about that? What a mess. Ecuador's president has declared an internal armed conflict in the country due to extreme violence, from Commie Nonsense Network reporting. The decree came Tuesday after a live television program in the country was interrupted by hooded and armed men. Ecuadorians were stunned as they watched the assailants force staff of the state-owned network onto the floor of the studio as shots and yelling were heard in the background. Ecuador's police later said that they had arrested all the armed men. Members of the media outlet had been evacuated and all the staff and hostages were alive. The country, Ecuador, has been rocked by explosions, police kidnappings, and prison disturbances since a nationwide state of emergency was declared Monday after notorious gang leader Adolfo Fito, is his nickname, I guess, Fito Macias, escaped from prison over the weekend. Wow. And pray for the Affirmative Action Defense Secretary. Quote, nobody in the White House knew, unquote. That's National Security Council spokesman John Kirby commenting that senior U.S. officials were made aware Tuesday. That's joke of a defense secretary. Affirmative Action Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin, he's black, was diagnosed with prostate cancer. Oh, prostate cancer, not pancreatic cancer. My bad. My fault. My mistake. The Pentagon had been facing intense questions after Lloyd Austin was hospitalized January 1st, kept his condition secret from black on the inside White House officials, including so-called President Crooked Joe Biden. What does he need to know? What a mess. Whatever. Phony female judges persecuting President Trump. Our greatest President Trump didn't impress the judges yesterday. According to the ladies at the Skim, the far-left female-run outlet, lame-o liberal judges deciding his federal election interference case, all of them female, all of them appointed by liberals, meaning Bush the daddy, pretty liberal, and then Biden, which is Obama part 2, deciding his federal election interference case. Reminder, there's a civil fraud case, the classified documents case, the hush money, and so-called, and defamation cases, and more. 45, that's our greatest president, number 45. His court appearance was about the Injustice Department's election case. Special counsel Jack Smith referred to 4 criminal charges accusing Trump of trying to overturn the 2020 election results. Yesterday, Trump's lawyers asked a panel of judges in D.C., 3 of them, 3 panel judges in D.C. to dismiss the case. He's immune from prosecution, they say, his actions January 6th, which were totally perfect. Their argument, Trump cannot be tried for his actions while serving as president since it's up to Congress to decide whether to impeach and convict. And he was impeached but not convicted because they know that he's innocent. I'm James Hake. Now back to JLP, Hour 3, Manhood Hour.
got to stand up strong. Ain't the truth about themselves to understand what went wrong. I know we can find a way. I know we can find a way. I know we can find a way to stand up, stand up, stand up.
Uniting the races with truth instead of dividing them with lies. We're also rebuilding the family by rebuilding the man. I'm Jesse Lee Peterson. Welcome to the third hour of the show already. You can get involved. There is one line open at 888-7753. 773 888-77-JESSE. Jesse. Jesse, my biblical question for this week. The biblical question, do you have confidence? Do you have confidence? Do ya have confidence? We have every way that you can watch and support the show listed on JesseLeePeterson.com/show. JesseLeePeterson.com/show. And if you're working out, crossing the border, selling fentanyl, or hiding in the trunk of a car while they're racing down the 10 freeway to get you into the country, or you're black and you're trying to fix an airplane, build an airplane, but you don't feel like putting the screws all the way in the hole there, whatever you might be doing. Your affirmative action hire. You could be listening to the show. You can podcast it by calling the listen line at 641-793-1500 on your iPad or iPhone. 641-793-1500. And don't forget to follow us on Rumble. You got to know how to rumble.com/Jesse Lee Peterson on Cozy, where Christ is King, on cozy.tv/JLP. To donate and have your comments read out loud, go to buymeacoffee.com/JLP Talk. Buy me a coffee or rebuildingtheman.com. Rebuildingtheman.com. All right? It's Wednesday. It's the last hour of the show on Wednesday. It is Manhood Hour. What is a man? What is a man?
It's an adult human male.
Manhood. Hillary or President Trump?
I voted for Hillary Clinton.
Beta male. A man is a male who turned to man. Alpha male. Live right, be right, and lead the way.
We need strong men, and I think many of them...
We need strong men that listen to women. That's the big difference, ain't it?
No, you don't.
These people that are wanting to come here, they want to come for a better life, too. They have kids, too.
Girl power.
What's going to happen in this next election? I am terrified about what could possibly happen.
A type of luxury doomsday bunker that could soon be underneath the mansions of some of the world's richest people.
Timothy Chalamet stealing a few kisses from his leading lady is so over. The lovebird sharing a lot of PDA and giggling.
It's so over.
It's time to man up.
That's right.
She knows she's still the boss.
That's for sure. What, before I go back to the call, I got this amazing if from for Christmas.
Amazing.
From Kamala K. Kamala K. Thank you, Kamala K. Amazing. And I just want to give you one or two lines of what a man is. or what you can become a man, from a male to a man. If you can keep your head when all about you are losing theirs and blaming it on you. This is by Rudyard Kipling. Kipling. If you can keep your head when all about you are losing theirs and blaming it on you. If you can trust yourself when all men doubt you. That's so deep. If you can trust yourself when all men doubt you, but make allowance for their doubting too. Or being lied about, don't deal in lies. Or being lied about, don't deal in lies. Or being hatred, don't give ways to hating. And yet, don't look too good, nor talk too wise. Though it's more to it than that, but that's deep. Amazing! It's deep. If you just think about those lines alone that I just read, you can't find 10 people in the whole wide world who was able to live that way. You can find a few, but you can't find 10. If you can keep your head when all about you are losing theirs and blaming it on you. If you can trust yourself when all men doubt you, but make allowance for their doubting too. Or being lied about and don't deal in lies. Isn't that amazing? That's the New Testament, folks. That's the new world that's inside of you. Christ came, and that became possible. It became real. It's beyond possible. It is real. You can live in this world, but not be of it. Now, you're not going to change just by saying, you know how the Christians go, I'm in the world, but not of it, and just lie. They're so emotional, they're so attached to the world and not even funny. I'm in the world, but not of it. Just quoting the Bible. Or someone decide, well, I'm going to learn to be still, like Jesse said. And then they start quoting the same thing. Oh, I'm this, I'm that. You got to overcome the intellect. All thoughts are all lies all the time about anything. And the intellect hates God. It hates God. It don't like God at all. It hates God in the same way, not all, but most of the blacks hate white people. And they're blaming their issues on the whites when their issues are their issues and it has nothing to do with white people. It came from their mama and grandmama and lack of father protecting them. Amazing. Anyway, I just thought of that. It's Manhood Hour, 888-775-3773. Let me go quickly back out to Russia and talk to Vlad. And Vlad was asking me about communism and socialism and capitalism. Vlad, are you a socialist or a communist?
Yes, I'm following my current country position.
So you a socialist?
Yeah, I would say so.
Are you a Muslim?
No.
Oh, okay. Are you a Christian?
In terms of what you say, no, I'm not a Christian. I'm just trying to be conscious, you know.
Are you a Christian?
No, I'm not a Christian.
And why not?
Because this is only the word.
Putin is a Christian?
Yes, he is.
So does he know you're not?
No, he doesn't know.
Don't let him know.
Okay.
Why?
No, it's.
Why are you a communist? You like for people to take care of you?
No, I wouldn't say that I something like or I don't like. I just see that there is a place for propaganda for both sides. I saw all my life in a TV that capitalism is the worst political strategy, while you saw, I guess, that communism is the evil. So I think that this is not true. This is only ideas and thoughts of our political
I remember.
leaders.
I remember just before we went to break, you were saying that in my country, you're seeing now people, homeless people, and all kinds of things like that, right?
Right.
Well, the reason that they're homeless is because they believe in socialism as well. Those people that are homeless are there because they want to be there. They love being taken care of, and so they have decided that they want to be they want to rely on socialism rather than capitalism. They made that decision themselves, but that doesn't mean that that's what my country is like. About.
Okay.
That makes sense?
A little bit, yes.
If you had a chance to live in a country that is a capitalist society where you would be able to take care of yourself, make your own decisions, have as much as you want or don't want, you would be able to compete with others or against others, have the best. Would you take that, or would you rather stay under communism?
Jesse, before I answer that, I would like to mention that I worked at sea. I used to be the seaman, and I saw some places in the Western cultures, like Spanish, and other ones, what is a capitalistic country, as known. So I would not like to live there because there are not different level of control from the government over the people. They're the same, or maybe even the stronger, because they have that tolerance laws that you should tolerate some gay parades and etc. So I would like to say that I very love my country, and I would like to have communism rather than capitalism, not because of the terms, yes, but because of my current feelings, what I see and what I like to be.
And so is
like
that that's when you were born in Russia, right?
Yeah.
And so you were born under communism and socialism, right?
Socialism, yes.
So that's all you know, huh?
No, I say to you that I was in different countries, and I saw.
You lived in different countries?
No, I didn't live. I just traveled over there.
Oh, you just traveled through it?
Yes.
Oh, I see. Amazing. Well, I do want you to know, in spite of what you've seen, and you're right, in capitalist societies now, they're allowing communism to take over, and the people are weak, and they're going along with it, and they're not good example of capitalism anymore. But I still want you to know that capitalism is the right way, and it's the way to go, because each adult human being, male or female, is responsible for his or her own life. And when you allow capitalism to take over, it ends in destruction because you give up on your own life. I saw that happen with the blacks in America. At one time, the blacks were into capitalism. They loved freedom. They worked for themselves. They did for themselves. They didn't blame others. They didn't blame the white man thinking that he was smarter than them. But then they turned their lives over to the so-called civil rights movement and the government, and they now have a communist socialist mentality, and they can hardly survive now. My country have to lower the standards for them. They have to lower everything so the blacks can pretend that they're earning it. And it's a mess. Capitalism is the way to go, Vlad.
Jesse, I thank you for your response, but I'd like to say something at the end, okay?
Okay.
Yeah. Capitalism, I see. I just think that you didn't live in socialist society, and you can see that only by the propaganda as well. But I don't see that that you're living in the socialist society right now in your country. This is not like that, because we have so much freedom in our country. You cannot even imagine what freedom we have right now. So, I mean, basically, we can do anything that in terms of law is and good. I mean, anything.
Can you speak out against the government?
Yes, a lot. I can speak up a lot, but there is nothing to speak up about, because our government is really good right now. And when you're trying to blame your country for no reason, for the hypocrisy, you're getting in trouble, because this is, in terms of law, is not correct to be hypocrisy, you know? Just, this is not true. For spreading, not true.
Do you have a job?
Yes, I do.
Why do you have a job?
For feeding myself.
And so could you have your own business over there and do what you want with your own business?
Absolutely.
Well, that's good. And so are you saying that part of Russia is capitalism, communism, but not all of it?
You know, I lost in the terms, because you were saying capitalism, and I imagine only American free willness and gayness, paradness, and etc. Yeah, these terms. I don't see my country as capitalistic. I see it as a good socialistic country that is caring about its people for educational purposes, health providence, and etc. So I don't see socialism and communism as bad at all. You can see what communism led the China to, and what state the China is right now. It's the best country to live.
China?
Yeah.
China is the best country to live in?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, no, it's not crazy.
Because if you disagree with the government in China, they're going to put you on, they're going to take you away and put you out on a campground somewhere, and your family would never see you again.
I don't know about that, because I didn't been there so long, so I cannot speak for that. But in my country, there is no place for these cases. I haven't seen one.
If you were in China, could you call the president Winnie the Pooh?
I don't know. I've not been there.
Can you call the president of Russia Winnie the Pooh?
Yeah, I can. But this is this idea is not is not good.
Are you black?
No.
Why you sound black?
What does it mean?
You sound like a black person from Africa somewhere.
I don't know how does sound the black person. I don't know.
Do they have black people in Russia?
We do have them.
And are they on welfare?
Yeah.
So the black people, they believe in socialism and communism in Russia?
I don't know what do they believe in, but I see that they are not complaining about anything.
Maybe we should send our blacks over to your country.
No. That's not good.
Amazing. Well, I prefer capitalism. I appreciate the fact that I can make my own decisions. I can do my own thing. I don't need some dumb government to feed me and tell me what to do. And I see that happening in my country. It's so bad in my country. Socialism is so bad in America now that they're cutting off kids' body parts. They allow men and women to dress up and roam the streets as though they are something other than what they are. They are feeding everybody, and so the homeless people are getting worse. Crime is out of control, and it's a mess. The police have been taken away, everything. So my country is quickly becoming socialism, and it ain't pretty at all.
Okay.
So if I wanted to travel to Russia, would I get arrested?
You mean to visit my country?
Yeah.
What do you want? Again, I don't understand.
If I were to visit Russia, would I be arrested?
No, why?
If I had weed in my pocket.
Probably yes.
You would? But if you had weed in your pocket in America, you won't get arrested.
But that's not good for you.
I know.
So, the same with the LGBTQ plus community. We don't allow them because that's not healthy for children, etc. That's a nation-destroying idea.
And that's good. And also, it's because Putin is a strong Christian.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Do you have...
yeah.
No, go ahead. You got the last word. Go ahead.
Yeah, I thank you for your response. I really appreciate that. And the very small question that I would like to hear also answer about.
Okay.
The question is, how long does it take to have the presence in the silent prayer to overcome the hell that you are talking about?
It's up to you in that if you have identified with the hell inside of you all your life thinking that is you, it takes longer and it's difficult for most people to do. But if you start to see that it's not you, it's easier and quicker to overcome. But what I would suggest is that you not even think about how long it's going to take for the hell to overcome the hell, because that's not even you questioning that. That's the hell in you. It wants you to believe and feel like you never overcome it, that it's going to take forever, and it's just not true.
Okay.
So I wouldn't even question it. If it takes a lifetime, it'll be worth it. So, but I wouldn't question how long it's going to take. I would just do it.
Okay. Thank you.
Are you overcoming the hell in you?
Yeah, daily.
You forgave your mother?
Yes.
How did it go?
With consequences.
She didn't like it?
She liked it in the first time, but then during our upgraded relationships, she doesn't like it.
Amazing. And did you forgive your father?
Yes, as well.
How did that go?
That was pretty nice. He was glad that I forgave him, and
right on.
We are not talking a lot because he likes his way to live, and this is way in hell.
Right. Absolutely. And are you doing the silent prayer?
Yes, I do, but not every morning, every night.
Why not?
Because in the weekends and the rest days, I like to stay longer in my bed, and I do not silent prayer.
Beta!
Beta!
What a beta! Beta! How old are you?
25.
35?
25.
Oh, 25. Well, here's what I recommend, that you put seeking the kingdom of God first before anything else or anyone else. So get up and do it. And if you don't have to go to work or whatever, go back to bed. But make sure you put that first, all right?
Okay.
And it's just going to get clearer and easy and simple. And your life would naturally unfold by itself. It would be amazing.
Yeah, I see it.
So stay with it. Stay with it. Don't be lazy.
Thank you, Jay.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Thank
Bye.
you. But look, call me again, buddy.
Yeah. Okay, thank you. Bye.
Bye. See, it's the same spirit all over the world. It's the same devil all over the world, and the same God all over the world can save you from the devil. You must return to the Father. 888-7753-773. Let me go to Renee out of Los Angeles. Renee, welcome to the show. You're on the air.
Hello, Jesse. Thanks for taking my call.
Yes, sir.
Do you remember when you were talking about that door that flew out of the plane?
This morning?
Yes.
Right.
So I work in aerospace, right?
Mm-hmm.
And there's last year there was a bunch of new hires, and I asked this guy, I was like, because aerospace is a small community, especially in LA. And I asked him, hey, so where do you come from? What company? And he said he worked at Pollo Loco. And he told me, I remember, I don't know how I got this job. I don't know anything about aerospace.
Wow. Was he black?
Yeah.
Wow.
So I'm thinking, like, what the?
I know, man.
One day you're making, like, taco salads, and then you're making aircraft parts.
That's crazy. It's, like, I've been hearing a lot ever since they hired those black, unqualified air traffic controller people, and then they talking about hiring black pilots and all that mess. I knew right then and there that we're going to see more accidents. We're going to start to see more accidents. We're going to see things really happening in the sky. And it's not going to be good for us at all. And it's unfortunate that whites are so afraid that they're even putting the blacks out there knowing that they're putting American lives at a greater risk even in the sky. It's crazy, man, to see that.
Right. We're going to have to end up taking the Greyhound.
Amazing. Or riding a bicycle.
Yeah, or that. Hey, Jesse, can I also say something about the PDA?
Yes. Hold on for a minute. Let me take a quick break. 888-7753-773. Quick break. Back in a moment. Check out my book, For Raised to Responsibility. I show you how I was able to overcome anger. The spirit of anger was taken away from me. I had it. And as a result of having anger, I was insecure. I had doubt, worry, fear. I was in a fallen state and didn't know it. And it wasn't until I went and forgave my mother, who tried to turn me away from my father. I forgave my father for not being there and returned back to him. My spirit connected with his spirit, and through him, I was able to return to God. And I have perfect peace. Perfect love casts out anger. And when anger is gone, fear and doubt, worry, insecurity, suicidal thoughts, all of that is gone. And you are free. Amazon.com, Barnes & Noble, or if you want an autographed copy, you can go to my website at rebuildingtheman.com or call 800-411-BOND. Welcome back. The Hake Report is coming up at the top of this hour at 9 a.m. from 9 to 11 a.m. Pacific time, heard around the world. And James Hake is on fire. He's one white guy who is not afraid of the blacks. And at 11 a.m. Joel Friday TV, he black. Joel Friday TV, Monday through Thursday now. And by the way, the treasure chest is now open on D-Live. Amazing. And at 12 noon, the American Anchor Baby. A certified genius. He does not have to take the little small yellow bus anymore. He doesn't have to take the short yellow bus. The American Anchor Baby at 12 noon. You don't want to miss it. And then if you need counseling, we have the best counseling service on this side of heaven. The best individual, family, marriage, whatever counseling, men and women, by phone, Skype, or walk-in. I do them myself. You can go to rebuildingtheman.com, rebuildingtheman.com, or call 800-411-BOND, 800-411-2663 to set up an appointment, to make an appointment, all right? And again, don't forget to subscribe and follow us on the JLP Radio Network, on YouTube and Instagram. It's a doozy. Rush, rush, rush. You don't want to miss out. Jesse Lee Peters, JLP Radio Network there on YouTube and Instagram. Also, last but not least, thank you for your support. I really, really appreciate it. It's because of your support we are able to get done what we are doing. We counsel. We have an entrepreneur academy for men where we show them how to start businesses or run them well. We have a credit union that we loan them money because some of them don't have credit, and they put it back with a little interest. And we have men's forums every first Thursday night of the month. Ladies forum, women's forum every third Thursday of the month. Sunday morning fellowship. We got a lot going on. And we're building this network. 24-hour talk with men only. It ain't about the race. It's about getting the truth out there. It's about putting love out there. And then, amazing, talk about being important. The Spanish prayer is now on my YouTube channel. We put it in Spanish as well. Hola. We're going to have to put it in Italian, too. Como te la va?
I think that's French, but same idea.
Como te la va? Check it out, all right? I wish for you, it's up to you, to want to have complete control of your own life from within. And it is possible. It is real. But you got to live from within, not without. If you live without, you're going to suffer with the rest of the world. You live from within, you'll be fine. No more suffering. Amazing. 888-775-3773. Let me go quickly back to Renee out of Los Angeles. Renee, you wanted to say something about the public display affection?
Yeah, just real quick. I used to date a girl, and she would always complain that I wouldn't hug her and kiss her in public. I thought that was crazy.
What the? You thought you were crazy for not doing it?
No, she was crazy.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Yeah, 100%.
I think you were right about it being insecure. That's why they want it so much.
It is. They want to get a false sense of a thrill of feeling secure or something. That's why they look around when the man kisses them or hug them. They look around to make sure somebody see them or looking at them, so they can get a false sense of security from it. The ego go out of control.
Right. I mean, it was just at the most inappropriate times. Like, let's say we're at, eating something, having dinner, and like hold hands, or it doesn't make sense.
You're like, I need my hand to eat with. What the?
Yeah.
So let me ask before we run, Renee, do you have confidence?
Do I have confidence? Yeah, but I probably shouldn't.
You should not have confidence?
Right.
Why not?
Because it doesn't live up to the confidence I think I have in my head.
Oh, I see. Amazing. Well, I want to respond to that, but I got to wait until Sunday.
All right, Justin.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it. Amazing. 888-775-3773. Let me go to Washington State and talk to, is it Momo? Momo, welcome to the show. You're on the air. Momo? Going once, Momo. Going twice, Momo. Going 3 times, Momo. No Momo. Momo gone. Ain't no use in praying for Momo no more. He gone. Amazing. There is a Momo line open there, right? 888-775-3773. Oh, Momo call back? Oh, okay, let me go to Momo.
Hey, Jesse, how you doing?
All is well, sir. How you?
Good, man. Can't complain. I had a question.
Yes.
I seen you talking about the regular civil rights hustlers.
Right.
And I seen that you included the great Muhammad Ali in that.
The who?
Because the great Muhammad Ali.
What made him great?
Because he didn't want to get drafted in useless war, and he refused to get drafted.
And why would that make him great when he refused to fight for his own country?
Because you yourself said before, Jesse, these wars is for these people to get political gain, and it's useless wars.
Right, but why would that make him great because he refused to go?
Because he decided to not go and kill innocent Viet Congs.
But why would it make him great? I'm trying to find out the greatness.
The greatness comes from he refused to go kill innocent people.
But how is that great? I'm just trying to, Momo, don't go around the circle. I'm trying to understand. I really want to understand why would you call him great for doing that?
First of all, to start off, I'm a Somali Muslim American.
You a what?
So, I'm a Somali Muslim American.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Oh, okay, no problem.
You a Muslim?
I'm a Somali Muslim American, born and raised in America.
So you black?
I'm blacker than the ace of spades, but 100%.
So if you were born in America, how can you be a Somalian?
Because that's where my parents are from.
But you were born here, right?
Yes, sir.
So why would you call yourself a Somalian?
Would you consider me American, even though my parents are? I'm a first-generation American, and my parents were born in Somalia.
Right, you are. Your parents may be Somalian because that's where they were born and came from, but you were born in America, so you are an American.
True that. Even though I'm not happy, I'm not always happy to be American.
Why not?
Just because of how just how corrupt the government system is and how everything is.
But what would that have to do with you, though? That's not you. That's the government. Why aren't you happy to be an American?
To be honest, I'm semi-happy to be American.
Why not all the way happy?
America.
How old are you?
Bullied. I'm 25.
Why did you
25 yesterday?
Why did you want 25 yesterday? You say?
Mm-hmm.
Are you living on your own now?
Yes, sir, Bob.
And why aren't you 100% happy to be an American?
Because America is just, to be honest, I like being an American, first of all. If I'm being 100% honest with you, the opportunities, the freedoms that come.
Right.
It's just everything about being an American is nice, if I'm being honest with you. But on the flip side, as a Muslim, all America did for the last 20 years is drop bombs every 20 minutes on my people.
Who told you that?
Muslim Christian.
Who told you that?
Who told you that? Jesse.
Who told you that?
Has there not been wars in the Middle East for the last 20 years?
Right, but who told you that? Let me ask, why are you a Muslim if you're black and you're an American? Why are you a Muslim?
Because that's the religion I chose. It's the correct religion.
Why?
There's no religion better.
Why did you choose that one?
First of all, Somalia is a 100% Muslim country.
But you are an American. Why did you choose to be? Were you raised Muslim?
Yes, sir.
Oh, so it was imposed upon you as a kid.
Yeah, and
why would you get out of it now that you're an adult? Why stay in it?
Even as I was growing up and having questions and thinking, am I part of the right religion and whatnot? And guess what I concluded?
So what now?
Even as I got older and was checking to see if I am part of the right religion and whatnot, guess what I concluded? Do you hear me? Hello?
Yeah. So
I concluded that I am.
You are what?
The part of the right religion.
And according to per Google, Harvard says that Somalia is not 100% Muslim. It's 99%, but not 100%.
Whatever. They're 100%.
But what good has it done you to be a Muslim? Because there's nothing good about being a Muslim. What good has it done you?
Because Muslims, first of all, Islam's a peaceful religion. That's one.
What's peaceful about it?
Oh, just everything about it.
Is chopping off people's head peaceful?
Well, that's mainstream propaganda that you're falling for.
Is it chopping off people's head Muslim?
Is that what Muslims do?
I'm asking you, is chopping off head, people's head, is that peaceful?
No, it's not.
Trying to take over and call it another religion, infidels, Christians and Jews, infidels, is that Christian?
No.
I mean, is that
Muslim.
peaceful?
No.
So what peaceful about being a Muslim then?
So I want to ask you, where did you get that from?
What?
Where did you get the information that all we do is cut off heads?
I didn't say that's all you did. That's part of what you do.
Okay. Well,
but why do you call that peaceful then? I mean, why would you believe that the Muslim religion is a peaceful religion when they're doing those things?
Because that's a mainstream media lie, Jesse.
Are you saying they don't chop off heads?
No, they don't. But if you want to believe that, I can't change your mind. But you're a Christian pastor, right?
Do you love the Jews?
No.
What?
No.
You don't love the Jews?
No.
Do you love the Christians?
Yeah, Christians are pretty good people.
But you don't love the Jews. How is that peaceful not to love all?
My religion advocates for the loving of all people and forgiving and seeing the best of all people, but I don't.
And why would you call that peaceful when you don't love all?
Well, I just don't love all. I can't love everybody. I only love what's right.
If you were a Christian, you could love everybody.
Wow. That's crazy. So say I was a serial rapist and a serial murderer. You will still live me, right?
Yes.
God bless you. But what I wanted to say, Jesse, was you're a Christian pastor, right?
Yes.
There's Christian pastors that are gay, which there was one that you interviewed. There's Christian pastors that are child molesters. So why would you be part of a religion where they don't even respect the religion, where there's some that are gay?
But that has nothing to do with the Christian religion. It's because of the Christian religion they can overcome that if they were to get to know themselves. Unlike the Muslim religion, Christian can overcome all things, right? But unlike the Muslim religion, there is no way out. You can't even stop being a Muslim. You have to go in hiding if you decide you don't want to be a Muslim anymore, right?
I don't know if you realize, but this is America. I can start worshiping my jacket, and nobody can tell me anything.
Okay, then start worshiping God and let me know what happened.
I like my religion, Jesse. I really do.
Let me do this because of time. I want to get you some super chat. Will you call me again?
That wasn't even I didn't even get my question, but no problem.
Real fast with the question.
What did you have against Muhammad Ali that you said he was a race hustler, like those civil rights leaders like Al Sharpton?
Well, I had nothing against him. My thing is I want the blacks to go back to being independent and start thinking and doing for themselves again and stop.
Is that not what he was doing?
And stop following stupid people like Muhammad and the so-called civil rights leaders, the government, and things like that.
Was that not what Muhammad Ali was doing?
I'm sorry?
Was that not what Muhammad Ali was doing?
Did Muhammad Ali say that his ancestor was raped?
Raped?
Uh-huh. His ancestors.
No.
Read The Antidote. Read my book, The Antidote.
Okay, I'll give you a call another time when you got time, all right, Jesse?
All right, buddy. Good call. Thank you, Momo.
All right, bye-bye.
All right, become a Christian. Let that Muslim mess go.
Bye, Jesse.
Bye. Super chat.
SUPERCHATS.
Matthew on YouTube bought 3 coffees. I'm glad Joelle finally in on Monday through Thursday, and I'm looking forward to Bond filling out the 24 hours of shows because after Nick's stream, I get off work and I still want more Bond.
Right on. Thank you. And thanks for your support.
No Mo Thoughts bought you a coffee. Hi, Jesse. Question. How much earlier should I wake up to do morning silent prayer? I do it, but it varies, usually between 25 minutes and 5 minutes, depending on how much in a hurry I am. I usually set an alarm to tell me it's time to open my eyes and move. I'm thinking about starting to actually get up in good time so it's consistent.
So, yeah, how much what?
How much earlier should I wake up to do morning silent prayer?
How much earlier than what?
He doesn't say then what.
What time is he getting up now?
He doesn't say. He says he sets an alarm for the end for when his silent prayer has to end because he has to get in a hurry.
I don't know. Let me know what time you're getting up, and then I can tell you how much earlier. All right? But I do appreciate it. Thank you.
Michelle with 1L bought 3 coffees, answering the biblical question.
Do you have confidence?
I have confidence in the Lord! Quadruple exclamation mark. Sing to us, please. Tune-out emoji.
Michelle, call me and explain to me what you mean by that. And thanks for your response to it, though. I'll put my 2 cents in on Sunday. Thank you.
Kid Combo 1.0 with a diamond. Why women have multiple baby daddies? Are they sluts?
Yes.
An adult human...
What a slut!
An adult human male bought a diamond. I want to hold your hand. The Beatles.
Oh, yeah. Remember that?
Yep.
I want to hold your hand. The Beatles were really famous at one time in America.
Oh, yeah.
And around the world. Amazing. Thank you.
Charles bought a coffee. Blessed and highly favored is an angry black woman's phrase. No one says this but them.
I know I hear a lot of black women saying, I even have family members saying, blessed and highly favored, and just miserable as they come. Angry, have fear, nasty, but they're blessed and highly favored. Their preacher told them to say that. What now? Amazing. Thank you.
WD-41 with a couple of diamonds. No message. Thank you.
Thank you.
Shout out to the top contributors today. GMD Jim, WD-41, Kid Combo 1.0, An Adult Human Male, Zealous Hermit, Potleaf, Wolf 336, Fuzzy Something Bear, Rain Pipe, and the rest of the supporters, Henry Ford Lives, and all of them. Thank you guys for the support.
Thank you all. I appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Patty is out of Tennessee. Patty, welcome to the show. You're on the air.
Hey, how's it going, Jesse?
All is well. How are you? Your name, Patty?
Doing good. It's Pappy. P-A-P-P-Y.
P-A-T-T-Y?
No, P-P.
Oh, Pappy. They have Patty.
Yes, sir.
Okay, sorry about that, Pappy.
Are you fine? So what do you think about the tunnels that were discovered under Brooklyn?
I didn't hear about that.
The Jewish tunnels?
I'm sorry?
The Jewish tunnels?
No, I did not hear about that.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, under the Chabad, the worldwide Chabad headquarters.
They found tunnels under that? What does it mean?
I don't know. That's what I was wondering. It's there's a lot of speculation, but it's sort of being hidden, I guess. No one's talking about it, but it was super big for like 2 seconds.
Wow, is it okay? I'm gonna have to. I can't comment on it, Pappy, because I had not heard about it until right now. Did you hear about it in the local news or something?
No. I heard about it on Telegram. There was like 10 arrests. There was a little riot. I don't know. Check it out. Maybe I'll call back tomorrow.
Yeah, we'll definitely check into it. Do you love the Jews?
Yeah.
You love the Jews?
I love them when they're not controlling our country.
You love the Jews?
Yeah.
You love the Jews?
When they're not controlling our country.
Do you love the Jews?
Yeah, I love them.
Do you love the Jews?
Yeah.
But why do you add when they're not controlling our country? Why don't you love them even if they are controlling the country?
Well, I don't know. We have to have sovereignty.
Are
we have
you
to have
are you a
control over our own
Christian?
country. Sorry?
Are you a Christian?
Yeah.
You love white people?
Yes.
You love white people. How can you love the white people without any requirement, but not the Jews?
Well, I mean, I don't know. I don't think there's a requirement.
Yeah.
Per se.
But you said the Jews have to do it right before you can love them.
Well, I mean, okay. So I mean, I'm just saying that we need sovereignty over our own country.
Well, that's true, but what does that have to do with loving the Jews?
I don't know. I think I don't think they love us.
What does that? They don't need to love you for you to love them.
No. But I mean, something does have to be done about that.
Call me tomorrow, but I got to run, okay? I don't want the computer to cut us off. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
About the time, the Hake Report coming up now. The Enjoy Friday 11, then the Anchor Baby at 12. Get on the straight and narrow, forgive, do the silent prayer, and be free. Bye. Thank y'all.
Look, stand up. Stand up, we got fighting to do. We gotta show him who boss. He put a Viking in you. He put that lightning in you. Igniting the truth. But you beg and blame and lie and hate and never wanna stand for the truth. So what you planning to do? You understanding the lose? You better go talk to your mama. Better stop at the drama. Better drop all the trauma. Boy, you better stand up and up. Put your hand up and hut. Cause if you don't, then we lose. And then we gotta hear the fake news. Whoa.
So you get something went wrong, but face the truth about yourself and just seek first God's kingdom, cause you must know that so you get something went wrong, but face the truth about yourself and just seek first God's kingdom, cause I know we can find a way. I know we can find a way.
So, here's what I recommend. I invite you to download my silent prayer, and I want you to start doing it. You just download it, get the points of how to do it, and then after a while, you just do it on your own. It's going to point you in the right direction that your life will be returned to you from God. He will give you your life back, because anyone and all people who has anger, they're not themselves. You are the person that you are angry at. That's why it's so important to get to know yourself so that you can see who you're angry at. And if you're doing the hooping and hollering prayers and things like that, some people get up, oh, praise the Lord, hoop and holler, bless my mama, bless my daddy. Continue to do it. Do both. You will see if you want to stay with the hooping and hollering or do you want to be still and know God. So my gift to you, no charge, at rebuildingtheman.com/church. Other than sex, I wonder, why would a man even need a woman today? Women don't know how to cook. They don't know how to clean. They're in competition with men. They don't want to be wives and mothers. Some want to get married, but they don't want to live in that proper position of life, because the only purpose of marriage is to have a family, and that's been known forever. And so if you don't want to have children, there is no need to get married. And so I was wondering, why would a man even get married today? I never thought I'd see the day when women would come out of her natural role and be like a man. Even though she hate that role, when she's with a man that's weak, she hate him. But if he try to be strong, she'll stop it. I never imagined that. You're seeing good destroyed and abnormal is presented as normal.